god. So
You
quick.
can't see it, but in real time, that was like 3 seconds.
God, ruining the illusion, why don't you? Like, motherfucker. It's like 4 days, like...
See.
Crazy.
I should just put in a SpongeBob time card of that over there. 6 hours later.
Oh god. He's kept me locked up on Mumble all night. And all day.
Oh, come on, you'd be farming... Oh, come on, you'd be farming drakes the entire night. We know it. You'd find something to do.
No, I'm bored. I'm not leveling a paladin. Well, my paladin that I leveled originally in the count when we went during this, but you know.
You know, that one. As opposed to
Yeah.
not Shadow Priest.
not the only class spec I played for like 7 years.
You mean like with me and Shamans?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I played 3 classes. Okay, 3 classes, a max level in a expansion, and they are the 3 alliance hybrids in vanilla: priest, druid, paladin.
Yep. No Shamans yet.
No shamans, no.
You know, I have yet to play
yeah.
an elemental shaman to max level.
You've played.
I've played Resto to max, and I've played Enhancement to max. I've never played Elemental to max. And I don't want to. I don't like Elemental Shamans. I don't like DPS Shamans at all, to be honest. They're weird.
Yeah, that's why you went freaking Warlock.
Of course, part of that is also, I enjoy healing on Shamans so much I never really cared to. And Shamans are how I became a healer main until, What's-His-Face showed up, and then I had to become a DPS. Where is this item? There is a dungeon item in this dungeon somewhere. Maybe it's in here. Oh look, enemies that bombs will actually work on. Also a magical stopwatch of magic. 4 more bombs. 4. Where are you, item? I have been in every room. There better be an item in... If there's no item in this dungeon, I'm gonna throw Conniption.
Okay.
Yes, I am literally going to throw the word Conniption at the screen.
Oh boy, it's not gonna be good.
Oh wait, my editor doesn't like OBS file formats.
Then get it.
I should get a better editor.
No, you should just get a freaking converter.
I should just get a better computer.
Yeah, that's the first thing. Then we wouldn't be having these episodes over Zelda. We'd be having over League. Or WoW when it comes up.
I mean, well, first I gotta get a better computer. First I gotta get a better job. But that's coming.
Working on that.
It's basically called waiting. And waiting. And waiting. I never met a key in it, so it wouldn't be in there. It has to be in the room with the 6 blue dark nuts. It has to be. Totally. Because that's the hardest room in the dungeon, therefore it has to be in there. Logic. Thy name is... Difficulty? I think I hit one of them. Oh, by the way, they have disabled a glitch that was in the original Legend of Zelda. I don't know if it's disabled or just the way the ROM hack works, but in the original Legend of Zelda, you could go into a room that had multiple enemies, kill a couple of the different enemies, and then leave. And the enemies that you killed wouldn't respawn until you cleared the room out fully. You could use this to your advantage to reduce rooms that didn't have anything in them secrets-wise down to 1 enemy. Then just leave the room, and as long as you never left the dungeon, the enemies would never respawn.
Kinda cool.
Furthermore, did I actually pick up this dungeon's item? No, I didn't. Furthermore, something else you could do is if a room had the disco bubbles in it, you could kill all the enemies in the room with disco bubbles, and because disco bubbles are always coded to be the first enemy that spawns, the other enemies will never respawn in the room because the disco bubbles are still alive. As long as you don't leave the dungeon. If at any point you do leave the dungeon, the respawns reset. And let me tell you, I abused the hell out of it when I was a kid. Of course, then it became very painful continuing in a dungeon, because then I had to decide, do I want to go out and get a potion, or do I want to stay in the dungeon and make the trek through the dungeon easier? It was... There's a reason it took me so long to beat the second quest after the first one. There we go, I finally got the dungeon item. It was in the last room I thought it would be in. But it's a good item to have. It's the boomerang.
Oh, Lord.
So now I can stun things. Which means I can stun the centaurs. And they can't do anything to me.
Like, hey, now the centaurs are completely worthless.
Also, while an enemy is stunned, it cannot do touch damage to you. Very important. And I left just one extra key, so I can go into level 1 now. But yes, that is something to keep in mind if you're doing, say, a swordless run. If you can get early access to the boomerang, you don't actually have to fight a lot of things, you can just stun them and move on. And if you do have to fight things, you can go get the wand, which counts as a melee weapon and is as strong as your white sword. So there are definitely options. I shall buy some arrows. Let's see. Let's see. How long have we been going in this episode? 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Not bad. I always have to check that every so often because I don't keep OBS up constantly, because otherwise I get double vision.
Well, you can always... Like, why don't you get a timer?
Because I'm lazy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I could set up a timer. Just have it set to... Well then!
Well then.
An item! As soon as I walk into the dungeon. And I need another key. So it looks like we will not be completing Dungeon 1 yet, still. But... Oh, never mind, I just got the key that makes keys worthless. Well, we are now going to have the magical key. So now I don't have to worry about keys ever again. That's awfully convenient. Like I said, convenience in Zelda is just one upgrade away. So now I can base... And hello, we got our second item of the dungeon. That is literally the fastest I've ever gotten the 2 items in a dungeon. They were just right next to each other. So we have the magical key and we have the power bracelet, also known as the croissant. Alright, so now we just need to get the heart container and we're done with this place. And there it is! Look at that! There's the heart container right there! What the hell is this dungeon?
Really dumb shit.
Alright, let's just go find the triforce now. And I bet you it's gonna be in this... Wow, all of the locked doors are right next to each other. The Dongo dwells by a lake. Okay, that doesn't help me at all. I got like 5 dungeons by a lake.
Well, you can always go bomb some of the dongos. Yes.
I haven't found any Dodongos to bomb yet! No, seriously, I haven't ran into a single Dodongo yet.
Wow.
I've ran into 2 dragons. And no Dodongos. Oh jeez, Link's back must be killing him after carrying all the Dragon Bones around. Alright, let's go up into the tip. Let's go to the tip of the genie lamp? Eagle? I don't know what it is. Money! And there's... Okay, well, we found the compass. We know where everything is in this dungeon. There's literally no point to going anywhere else in this dungeon. Let's just go to the triforce piece. And hey, look at that, another key that I don't need. Well, that was interesting. I entered the boss door from the opposite direction. Wait, that's right. Boomerang can kill keys. Oh, that's Triforce. Dungeon 1 completed in under 2 minutes, I think. Okay, so my guess is that the warp points are in the same spots they were in the original first quest. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get that last secret, and then I'm gonna visit all the warp points so that I marked them, and then I'm gonna go to the one at Death Mountain. And that'll be the most convenient way for me to get there. See? Planning! I know how to do it sometimes. Because I have the magical key, I don't have to actually care where the key is in a dungeon anymore. You see, this is the problem with Zelda Randomizer. You can get very powerful very quickly if you get lucky. Oh look, money. I still need to get a raft, so that's unfortunate, but I'll get that later. I also still need to get... Actually, yeah, I just need to get a raft and a bow. The bow's the big thing. Definitely need a bow. Can't kill Gomer without it.
Yeah.
Yep, I was right. The warp points are exactly where they were in the first quest. This is helpful. So now I just need to figure out what the cycle up them is. Okay, so this is warp point 2. Alright, now let me explain something about the stair warps. The way the stair warps work is you will always go, if you go, the way I am setting them up specifically, is you have warp points 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you go into the staircase on the left, this will increase your warp count. This will increase which stair you go to by 1. So let's say you go into the left on 1, you go to 2, left on 2, go to 3. Left on 4, you go to 1. If you go onto the right side, it goes down by 1. So if you go into the right side on 1, you go to 4, and vice versa. If you go to the middle one, you'll go directly opposite to the number. So if you're at 4, you go to the middle, you go to 2, and if you're at 3, you go to the middle, you go to 1. That was much more convoluted than it needed to be an explanation.
Just a bit, yeah.
Hey, at least it's better than the warp whistle. Now I need to... Why the fuck would I pay you 56 rupees just to tell me some bullshit?
Yes, it's good.
Why did I go back in there? Anyway, so... Let me now explain the warp whistle. So the way the warp whistle works is, when you blow the whistle, if you're facing down or right, you will go to the next Triforce dungeon starting from 1, going up by 1 each time, every time you blow it when facing down or right. If you're facing up or left, you will go to the nearest dungeon -1, and you can blow the warp whistle multiple times to skip ahead dungeons. So if you're facing right and blow it 3 times, you will go to the 3rd next dungeon in the Triforce sequence based on where you are. Wrap your head around that.
I honestly was listening to a bit of that.
Basically, the warp whistle's very complicated. Don't try to use it to warp. Just walk. You'll probably get there faster. And now the 2 most useless screens in the game. They literally exist just for world building. Although, to be fair, you are seeing parts of the world you wouldn't see otherwise. Let's do 3. Ew, my throat hurts. Do I have water? enough. I'm at good time. This is a very subdued palette. I actually like this palette. Ah, I was expecting the Triforce. This dungeon music is weird. No Triforce? Well! Okay. We have the grabby hands.
Okay, so you have...
If the grabby hands grab you, they give you a bad touch, and that's no good. Were you expecting a Sonic Says reference?
I was hoping not to.
Oh, you know how it is. Okay, so at this point... Open. Wall. Open. Shutter. Shutter. Open. Open. You might have noticed I'm not marking keys anymore. That's because I have the magical key. I don't need to. Juliet lurks along the coast. That means there's a dragon in forward. Oh, or it could be right here. Hey, dragon. How you doing? I'm just gonna kill you. And there's my heart container. I'm sorry, container heart, as it would be. In ye old English. And I'm pretty certain this has to be bombable. Yep. Just blow the fuck out of the wall.
Noted.
Don't need a staircase, because there's no staircases in this dungeon. Hey, there's the end. The end. Yeah. And it's another heart container. Well, that's interesting. Oh, I should mark which overworld huts I have. I think I have 3 of them. But I've not been doing a good job of marking my heart containers. I'll check the overworld map once I get out of this dungeon. How many overworld heart containers I have. I'm pretty certain I'll be able to get the magical sword soon. In fact, I'm gonna go do 4 next. And skip, Secrets in Death Mountain for now, so that I can ensure I get the magical sword when I go to find it. Wait, do I have all 4 parts from the overworld? I might. Yeah, I do. Wait. How the hell do I have 11 hearts?
I do not know.
Go ahead. Okay, now I'm confused. Oh, wait, no, I have 11 hearts, but I got the... Okay. I get it. I understand now. I got the heart container in this dungeon, but I haven't killed the boss yet.
Okay.
That's how I done did it.
They done did it?
I done did it. How I done diddly done it. Wrong window! Let's watch the Triforce being here, guarded by 4 bats. Nope. Man, at this point I don't really need to be in this dungeon anymore. I've already got everything. I've got everything relevant anyway. No, that is not the... Don't lamp. Never mind. It killed something. I got use out of the bomb. Bury the bomb was useful.
That's good.
You did much better than Jerry the Bomb.
Poor Jerry. So eager.
Jerry the Bomb tried to bomb a Dark Nut and didn't bomb the Dark Nut bombly. He just scratched it. That's what Jerry the Bomb did. Not Jerry. Yeah, that was Jerry. Barry's the one that did successful things. He blew up a bat. Although, to be fair, that is a little bit overkill. I hate this bat. I'm gonna blow the fuck out of it.
Yeah, really weird.
Oh, look, more bombs. Oh, there's the triforce. Just sitting there. In the open. Which means the compass was in that room. But we're done. We're done with 3. Huzzah. Let's go do 4. Okay, so now the process speeds up a bit, because now I've found basically everything. So all I have to do is just complete dungeons now. Complete dungeons, get Triforce, kick 9 ass. Unfortunately for me, none of the dungeons are near Death Mountain, so it's actually inconvenient for me to go and get a sword upgrade.
Oh. Alright, well, I'm gonna hop out for tonight, so I will talk to you later. I hope everybody enjoys,
Alrighty. I'll talk with you probably not tomorrow. I work late.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Yeah, have a good night.
Alright, you too.
And that, folks, was my co-host. Alright, so now we're just back to boring old me. Hey, wait, I passed it. In we go. What time am I at? 22 minutes? I think I can get this done. 22. I think I can get this done in 8 minutes. To 4. I do tend to get lazier with these dungeons as I get further in. Well, fucking whoop-de-doo. There it is. Hold on, he just messaged me. Let me message him real quick. Alright, okay. Let's do that. So, Triforce is right there. We're gonna ignore it for now. It's like, but there's the magical cheese! The magical flashing cheese! Yeah, I don't need the magical flashing cheese yet. Okay. Magical stopwatch. Is this the item? I think this is the item of the dungeon. It is! It's the magical rod. It's not the worst item to get. Alright, hold on a second. 1, 2, 3... 3. I am missing one on the overall. I think. I'm not sure. I might have gotten them all. 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, I gotta bomb things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm still missing one, because let's see. 4... Yeah, I got all the heart containers. Where was the last one? Oh, it was in... Oh, I think it was in here. Yeah, that was it. It was in here, I think. Pretty sure. Anyway, we have all the hearts on the overworld now, so... The map! The map that I don't necessarily need at this point. Actually, you know what? I don't even need to put the doors in, because... instead of walls... Maybe I'll need them for 9, because I have second quest 9, and good god, that's a maze. Okay, well, there's the corpus. What the hell is this room layout? Ah, what's this thing? This room layout is a giant dick when it comes to the second quest. Watch. Alright, so we just need to get the heart container and we're done here. So I solved the mystery of the missing heart container. This probably is going to be like a 2.5 hour run, which is really good. I'll probably get it done at a decent time and start uploading it. I'm not even marking where things are anymore, man. Welp! We're just gonna ignore you. Because I don't have bows, so I can't really do anything about you. I kinda hope you don't have the heart container. I actually really hope you don't have the heart container, because if you do, that's sad for me. What the hell? Let's get the candle out. I will do everything in my power to find the heart container before I kill you. Dig Dogger days is close to start. Okay, so there's a Dig Dogger and 5. It's a good thing I have the whistle. You should have the heart container. Logically, the Gomer should have the heart container because it's the hardest one to get. Or the hardest one to get. That would also mean I have to come back later to get that heart container, and I'm not about to do that. Or maybe I'll just do everything with the white sword. Fuck it. Don't necessarily mind doing everything with the white sword until the very end. I'd like to not. I'd like to not have to fight wizards with the white sword. Sword. The white sword. Hey! Ow. 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 Just taking the hits. With the punches. Hey, well, fuck you! It's not a dragon I need to go fight. Around like a ragdoll. Money! 95 rupees. 95 rupees. In here, please. Please. Nope, that's key. Oh, fuck. I might have to kill that Gomer. But when I have to kill the Gomer to get a heart container. No. This is a really out of the way dungeon, too. Oh, wait, no, I think it's in here. I think this room has the heart container in it. Have I been in there? No, I don't need to go in there, though, if this has the heart container. Yay! Heart container. I don't have to fight the Gomer at all. So, fuck the Gomer. Alright, let's go. At this point, suiciding is not a good option to get back to the beginning, especially because the triforce is right fucking there. So I don't have to kill the Gomer. Side. Hey, fuck you. That Gomer is the greatest thing known to mankind. Really? Yeah. What is it? Ectopratus. That'd be a horrible thing. Hey. And again, the magical rod is just an allegory. Dick. An allegory? How is a rod an allegory? Can you explain that to me? My voices hurt my throat sometimes, so I'm gonna try to be a little more subdued. Hey, yo, take me back. Thank you. Thank you for the free 2-room trip. I appreciate it. I am so lazy. I probably would have gotten back here faster if I had not. Okay. So 4 is done. Let's go to the overworld and let's just get Sword 3. The rest of whatever the fuck's up here. Do-do-do-do. And I'm gonna go do 6 and 7. Actually, you know what? Let's get the sword and let's just go do 8. Fuck it. We're not gonna be up on Death Mountain. We'll do 8, then we'll do 7 and 6, and then we'll do 9. Oh dear lord. I just remembered. You know what? Let's get some meat before I go to... Caesar? Oh yeah, that is the closest shot. Let's get some meat before I go into 8, because... I just remembered, this is second quest 8. Not only does it have 2 items, it has 7 staircases. And... Wait, why am I going this way? I need to go, I need to go, I need to go. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be close enough, I'll just go through the Lost Woods. Well, yeah, I'll just go through the Lost Woods and then I'll come back for all these dungeons. Did I do 5 yet? No. Damn. I'll take the warp, go to 5, come back for 8. So what I'll do is I'll go through all of Death Mountain, find my level, find my magical sword of magical might. Actually, I do need to go this way because I need to hit up that whistle spot on the way. So that works out. What time am I at? Perfect. So I'm actually going to pause here and catch you guys on the next episode, and hopefully it will be the final episode. If not, it'll probably be the one after it. But it looks like I am well on track to do this in about 2.5 hours. See you guys in the next one.